Hello everyone, what is going on? We are about to find out the download announcement. I'm recording this just as it's about to come out. It is currently 8:59 and the announcement is at 9 o'clock. We are going to go through this live. I will say I have seen the leak. I have seen the fake leak. And so I'm already kind of a bit prepared for this, but we'll go through it anyway. And then at the end, we will compare it to the prediction that I made way back in July. I won't say anything. We'll get to that later on. So let's refresh this page. This is the official download Facebook page. Now, as I say, I have, let's go. So they have released a video. Let's check this video out.
A lot of people, especially when you're younger, being alternative.
I don't care.
You got tormented.
I don't care.
Everyone's sort
Just
of
get
been
to
through
the
that trauma,
announcement.
but still loves the alternative music, and it all just kind of bands everyone together in a way. Like, we're all here for the love of music.
I don't feel like a weirdo. I'll turn around and I'll see a field full of weirdos and
Can we not just get like a
that's the
poster,
most
please?
beautiful thing I've
I understand
ever
what
seen.
they're trying to do with this. I understand what they're trying to do with it, but can we just get to... So that was the official announcement video. Now, where is the poster? Let me just give me the poster, please. Can I just give me the poster, please? Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll pull up the poster that was leaked, which won't be as great quality. Might be laid out a little bit differently, but this is the poster that was leaked. This is the version that we got, which is right. So we've got Queens of the Stone Age, Fall Out Boy, and Avenged Sevenfold as the headliners. I mean, Avenged Sevenfold, it was pretty much nailed on anyway. They had the Life Is But a Dream album come out all the way back in June this year. They're pretty much guaranteed to be there anyway. In the announcement video, which we will go over later on, but I said that I called Queens of the Stone Age and Fall Out Boy, but I had them both in the main support slots. And in that video, I said that was kind of their ceiling. Main support is kind of their ceiling, and I stand by that. I'm fans of both of those bands. I'm fans of the Queens of the Stone Age. Don't know loads of this stuff, and I'm fans of Fall Out Boy. But Download Festival headliners: Queens of the Stone Age, Fall Out Boy, and Avenged Sevenfold. Download Festival headliners. It's a difficult one because I like the bands. I do like the bands. But Download Festival headliners, look at it, it's out of focus. I don't know if you can see those. They are the posters from some of the downloads past. Let's just go through them quickly. The Prodigy, Metallica, Black Sabbath, massive. Slipknot, Iron Maiden, Rammstein, massive. Avenged Sevenfold, Linkin Park, Aerosmith, massive. All of those bands are like, and okay, Fall Out Boy have just sold out, you know, an arena tour, UK arena tour. And I suppose that is kind of like the criteria for, well, if they're selling tickets, then they'll sell, you know, tickets for the festival is the logic behind it. But when we look back at this lineup in 10 years, are we really going to think that, yeah, that was the year, that was a massive year? I love the bands, and again, Avenged Sevenfold, they've headlined twice. Not a problem with that. Absolutely positive. Yeah, fine. Queens of the Stone Age, are they that big? Am I just out of the loop? Am I that out of the loop that Queens of the Stone Age should be headlining Download above? I mean, other bands on this list we'll get to in a minute. Everyone is kind of like where they should be. Every other band on this lineup is kind of where they should be. But Queens of the Stone Age and Fall Out Boy. The last time Queens of the Stone Age last played in 2013, where they supported Iron Maiden. That's a perfect slot for them. Fall Out Boy last played in 2014, supporting Linkin Park. That was a perfect slot for them. Have either of those bands, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in this, please correct me in the comments down below. Have either of those bands done anything in the last 10, 11 years that's worthy of being promoted to headliner? Because maybe I'm just showing my age, but I don't think either of those bands have done anything monumental. There's been no album that's like propelled them to the next level. There's been no You know, I don't know. Like, they're both big names. But are they Download Festival headliner names? Are they? Perfect example this year, Bring Me the Horizon. But Bring Me the Horizon have been promoted up to headliners because Bring Me the Horizon are currently the biggest metal band in the world. That's just a fact. They're headlining Reading and Leeds. They did their own festival in Malta. They're headlining festivals all over the world. Bring Me the Horizon, they're massive on TikTok. You know, the people, young and old, all kinds of people across the genre, the community, seem to love them. Fall Out Boy. Feel free to correct me down below again. Fall Out Boy peaked in the 2000s. They've gone pop, and they've kind of swung a little back into rock recently. Is that not gonna annoy people a little bit? I mean, I like Fall Out Boy. I like their more poppy stuff as well. But Download Festival headliners Fall Out Boy just doesn't sound right to me. I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe I'm the odd one out, I don't know. Queens of the Stone Age, Download Festival headliners. Again, just doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. Take any band that's headlined Download in the last 10, well, ever. Apart from, okay, perfect example would be The Offspring, because they're on this lineup. They headlined Download all the way back in 2007. And at the time, Download was only in its 5th year. Are you telling me that The Offspring now are any bigger than they were back then? No. The Offspring have stayed at a consistent level and have rightly been moved down from the headline slot. Fall Out Boy have not gotten any bigger since 2013, 2014, whenever they last played, and have been promoted to headliner, which I just don't understand. And this is coming from someone who likes Fall Out Boy and likes Queens of the Stone Age. But anyway, happy. I will go and see all three of those bands as long as they don't clash with anybody else. So let's get into the other named bands. We've got Royal Blood. Nice. I like Royal Blood. But I've never seen them before. Really excited to go and see them. I'm wondering if they'll be on before Queens of the Stone Age, because that does seem like a very Reading and Leeds kind of day. Pantera back in the UK after 20 years. Oh boy, right, let's get into it. I used to absolutely adore Pantera. When I was growing up, when I was first getting into metal music, Pantera were like one of the bands that was on constant rotation on my MP3 player. And then in recent years, everything with Phil Anselmo, which has been talked about to death online. I'm not going to get into it here. If you want to know about everything that he did with the whole wine incident and whatever, there are other videos to go and check out for that. The more you look at Pantera and the more you look at them as people, and especially that video of Dimebag Darrell at the guitar convention. Again, I'm not getting into it because this isn't the place to discuss things like that. The video's online if you want to go and check it out. Just Google Dimebag Darrell guitar convention, and the fact that they have Confederate flags over everything and things like that. And it's just, in the current climate as well, you realise certain things and you realise certain behaviours and certain attitudes and certain phrases that they've used over the past. And then the Phil Anselmo thing, to co-opt a term used by Gen Z, it gives me the ick. If nobody clashes with them, I will go and see them just to say that I've seen them. The logic behind that is, I've already bought my ticket for Download next year. I'm already going to this. They're not going to earn any more or less money whether I go see them or not. So I may as well go and see them if they don't clash with somebody that I actually want to see more. I don't know, just try and enjoy it for what it is, the music. Try and enjoy the music without the artist. It's a difficult one, but I wouldn't hold it against anyone for wanting to not go and see them. But, you know, back in the UK after 20 years, and it is actually their first Download festival. So probably a lifelong dream for some people, and I wouldn't wouldn't hold it against anybody if you were really excited about that. The Offspring saw them at Slam Dunk this year, put on a really good show, but unfortunately because Enter Shikari with the other headliner, only got to see the last few songs of the set. So if they don't clash with anyone again, would really like to go and see them. Machine Head not played Download since 2012, and after the whole Rob Flynn incident about they were supposed to headline and then they got knocked down to sub headline, and then the Prodigy were only going to play if Chase and Status could support them. So then Machine Head got knocked down to third. Rob Flynn said that he didn't enjoy doing festivals anymore. Then they headlined Bloodstock, and then they've played a few others. So I think he's back on the mindset of, yeah, you know, we'll just play and we'll take the win we can get and play to the fact. And by the looks of things, they are going to either be main support or second stage headliners. I think I'd actually prefer to see them as second stage headliners, because then that gives them a bit more production for themselves. They're not kind of supporting anybody else. But I think, so looking at it this way, I think because last year's poster was laid out alphabetically, so you had the three headline, you had Bring Me the Horizon, Metallica, Slipknot, and then every band underneath that had a logo was arranged alphabetically. Now this isn't. It goes Royal Blood, Pantera, The Offspring, Machine Head on that top line. This is on the leaked version, by the way. Let's just go back actually and check if they've actually released an official poster, so we can bring that up instead. Still no poster. Still no poster. So let's go to. So okay, Royal Blood, The Offspring, and Machine Head are the three. Are going to be what looks like it's going to be Royal Blood and Queens of the Stone Age, The Offspring and Fall Out Boy, and Machine Head and Avenged Sevenfold. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Pantera are on their own. So I don't think Pantera would be third down. I think Pantera are gonna headline the second stage maybe. Underneath that we've got Bad Omens. They're getting bigger and bigger. Gonna go on tour with Bring Me the Horizon. They're getting bigger and bigger all the time on TikTok. So yeah, it makes sense. I could see them maybe being under The Offspring or something. Corey Taylor with his solo project, which I think a few people have mixed opinions on, given the recent Slipknot news. Again, this isn't the video to get into that. Corey Taylor could probably headline second stage, maybe, or maybe I'm going based purely on the arrangement in the poster. Again, this isn't alphabetized. This seems to be based on where they are going to be on the actual lineup. While She Sleeps, great. Called it While She Sleeps. They deserve to be up there. Sum 41's final UK festival, I called that as well. Yeah, the last time. So final, not notice it says final UK festival and not final UK show. So that means that Sum 41 will be doing a tour at some point next year as well. So final UK festival. I'll be honest, I'm going to go and see them there, because I'm not going to go and get tickets to the tour unless the tickets are going quite cheap, or the touring with somebody else that I want to see. I could see Sum 41. Maybe they'd be under The Offspring. That would be a really good. Sum 41, The Offspring, and Fall Out Boy would be like a noughties kid, well, my generation, a dream come true. You got Billy Talent, great band. Missed them at Slam Dunk because we were in the queue for the toilet. The Used, never really listened to them, but they were one of those bands that was big, like when Kerrang was big, and I know a lot of people in our group would be excited to see them. Baby Metal, the big one there. They're quite low down for what I'd expect, but I guess it makes sense. Bowling for Soup, again, saw them at Slam Dunk this year. Always put on a great show. Would be excited to see them again. I don't think they've played Download for a few years. I could be wrong in that. I don't remember them being there since before lockdown. Who's that? What's that logo there? Is that Hai Lung? Yeah. So I didn't know. Obviously, I've seen this leaked poster. We weren't supposed to, but we've all seen the leaked poster before it came out. So I didn't actually know who that was. I was trying to decipher that for ages, trying to work out what it said. And then Alana pointed out that it said Hai Lung. So I went on Spotify, listened to them, and it's like Viking music. It's not Viking metal like Amon Amarth is. It's like straight up Viking music. They play their instruments with like bones and put like a real emphasis on like the whole Viking aspect of the show. It looks really, really interesting. And I would love them to not clash with anyone else that I really want to see, because that would be a really good show. Just something a bit different, because it's not like heavy music. It's not metal. It's not rock. It is like, oh no, that was terrible. That was terrible. But it makes you feel like you're watching the Northern Lights in the snow after you've just, been chased by a wolf or something. Polyphia, something for music snobs everywhere. Cannot wait to see Polyphia. I've been waiting a long time to see him. Thy Art Is Murder. Not a massive fan. They will probably headline the 4th stage, the Dogtooth, with them being a bit heavier. Black Dahlia Murder, same thing. Biohazard, maybe 3rd stage, I don't know. And Fear Factory as well, who self-confirmed the other night in Manchester, kind of gave the game away a little bit. All in all, so those bands, all those logo bands, are the ones that will either be on the main stage. It's bands 1, 2 and 3. Second stage is bands 1 and 2, and then the 3rd and 4th stage would be the top bands, the headliners. So let's get into a lot of the smaller bands then. 311, Alien Weaponry, Atreyu. Yes, thank you. Getting Atreyu. They said earlier this year when we saw them with Bullet 5 Valentine that they would be back in the UK next year, so can't wait to see them again. Let's have a look through. Dying Fetus, Elvana put on a great show. Error, yes, if you've seen the March Madness vlog that I did earlier this year. Error put on a great show, can't wait to see them. Fit for a King, Hanabi, very similar to Baby Metal, maybe a bit more. It's kind of like Baby Metal crossed with Electric Callboy, which is a very, very good combination. Howling Absence, Hoobastank. Never thought I'd get to see Hoobastank, but let's go. Lord of the Lost, the German Eurovision entry this year, who we actually kind of half met on the carpet at Eurovision this year. Really good band. Actually, it's a shame that they didn't get any points at Eurovision, because they actually were a really good band. Make Them Suffer, they're great as well. Scene Queen was great at Slam Dunk as well. Slaughter to Prevail, that'll be very, very good. Those Damn Crows. Vukovi, Wargasm. Yeah, I mean, Wargasm at this point, I like their music, but I'm kind of getting a bit of burnout. They just seem to be everywhere. Every single festival over the last few years. Since lockdown. And I know, like, he's, the son of a Sex Pistol and whatever, and you can say nepotism or not, whatever. I'm not going to get into that debate. But can we just have a year off from Wargasm, please? Just to make us all appreciate them more by not having them there all the time. Just 1 year off, that's all I ask for, please. I beg. So all in all then, I would give this lineup maybe a 7 out of 10. I mean, Avenged Sevenfold back after 6 years. It will be 6 years next year, because the last time they headlined was 2018. Fall Out Boy, yeah, not been there for 10 years. Queens of the Stone Age, not been there for what would be 11 years. Never seen Royal Blood, never seen Pantera, not seen Machine Head for a while, not seen Corey Taylor. Well, we saw him do like a horror convention last year, but it wasn't like a proper set, I don't think. Some 41s there for the last time. So all in all, some great bands on there. Now let's go to my prediction. So this is my prediction for next year's festival. Obviously Avenged Sevenfold are there, but they're headlining the Sunday instead of the Friday. We got Atreyu there, yep, called that. Sum 41, yep, called that. The next day, Queens of the Stone Age, obviously, but not, the headlining instead of main support. But this is what I was talking about in that video, is that, like, an Aerosmith or something to sell the tickets. And yeah, everyone's going to say, well, they're just using the same old bands over and over, where's the new blood and stuff. I get that completely. But is that going to shift tickets? Is Queens of the Stone Age and Fall Out Boy? I could be completely wrong, and this could sell out again. Maybe I'm talking out my arse, I don't know. But Queens of the Stone Age and Fall Out Boy just seem like their ceiling is right there underneath Aerosmith and Muse and stuff. And I get, yeah, not every band's going to be free next year. Green Day have got their own tour going on. Foo Fighters have got their own tour going on. Rammstein have got their own tour going on. So, you know, you can't... if the bands aren't there, or if they've got exclusivity contracts and things like that, then yeah, you can't have every band on. You can't have all the big names on. But I just feel like the line, it's missing like an Aerosmith or a Guns N' Roses. AC/DC won't play Download ever again, so everyone who keeps saying that, it's not happening. Even if they come round and tour, they'll be doing their own shows. After what happened in 2010, Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, Sum 41, that's 3. Queens of the Stone Age, that's 4. Baby Metal, that's 5. Fall Out Boy, that's 6. While She Sleeps, that's 7. So I got 7 right, and I think that's not bad going. I mean, I'd go to Download every single year. I'm just a bit, I don't know, underwhelmed, but I also like every band on there, so it's a bit of a difficult one to say. Like, can you be both excited and underwhelmed at the same time? Is that possible? I agree with people that it is time for some like new blood to come through. It's time for some smaller bands to be pushed up to headliner status. I get that, but push up the bands that, I don't want to say they don't deserve it, because yeah, Fall Out Boy, like, have been going for years. Queens of the Stone Age have been going for years, and they are great bands. But it's just a difficult one, man, because where else are you going to find the bands from? Not every band is going to be the next Bring Me the Horizon, so you are going to have to like dig a little deeper and find other bands. I don't know, it just when I look back at this lineup compared to all the other posters on my wall there, is it going to feel like as monumental? Because Download, let's not forget, is one of the biggest rock festivals in the world. It's not just the biggest rock festival in the country. It's not just one of the biggest in Europe. You know, people like Corey Taylor spoke extensively about it, in that Download, Donington Park, Monsters of Rock, all the history of everything. It makes this festival one of the biggest in the world. Biggest rock festival in the world. Does this lineup justify that title? So what do you think about this lineup? Let me know down below. Do you think some of the bands are a bit high up? Or do you think I'm talking out my arse and do I not know anything about music? Let me know down below, because if I'm genuinely out the loop as much and these bands are bigger than I thought, then educate me. Please let me know. The Download Festival cycle has officially begun for 2024. So there'll be lots of stuff coming between now and next June. Lots of other great stuff coming up between now and Christmas. And then there is some big changes coming next year, which are really exciting. If you want to stick around for all that, then please subscribe down below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.